awkward. What do I do with my hands? Where am I supposed to look? Hey everyone, my name is Chani and my pronouns are she, they. I love skincare and makeup, especially consciously thought out skincare and makeup, and most of all, I love talking about self-expression and what it takes to really be us together. So if that sounds good for you, join me. So today's video is going to be all about, I guess, getting to know me a little bit, but also my skincare routine. And right now, I'm actually not in my home. You can see there is a suitcase that I did not pull out of frame on the bed. I'm actually in my hometown right now, Ottawa, because I am here to help out my parents. My dad unfortunately just went into surgery, but he's doing great. And I thought I would come down here and just help with some of the unfortunate snow shoveling and ice picking and everything. So let me go grab my current skincare routine, which is kind of, I guess, an on-the-road travel current skincare routine. And I will meet you back here. We are back. So obviously I'm new to all this. Literally first time sitting down and recording a video. So you can see my hair is all wet still. I literally got out of the shower maybe like 15-20 minutes ago, and I just decided to sit down and give her. Note to self, I will probably have to bleep words. So one of the first things that you should know about me, as before we start, before we dive into the skincare, is that I have a pretty bad mouth, a potty mouth, since I was in grade 5. It used to get me into a lot of trouble. Nothing has changed since then, except that it just doesn't get me into as much trouble because people who love me have accepted that there's nothing that they can do about it. So I guess I'll start out with my morning skincare routine, because that's what I need to do right now, even though it's 3 p.m. I don't really wash my face every day. I don't really find that that's greatest for my skin, and my skin doesn't really need it ever since I've been doing a more intentional skincare routine for the last couple of years. So sometimes I'll just splash some water on it or gently take off last night's skincare with like a damp cloth. But today I did wash my face, and since I'm traveling, I don't have my usual face cleanser just because it's like, it can just be one of those bulky things that I don't really think I need to have. And so I actually got this, I believe, in a Petit Vour box a couple months ago, and I had these sort of like in my travel / sample box, and I really like the brand Acure. I've tried a couple of their moisturizers, probably their Seriously Soothing, maybe overnight moisturizer, and another like the Rejuvenating Whipped moisturizer. I'll link them in the box below. I really enjoyed both of them, and they're pretty cost effective, good quality ingredients as far as I can tell, and they're cruelty-free. And that's one of the things that I try and look out for. I know it's not perfect, and there's a lot of debate about what cruelty-free really means, but in my mind I figure if they're trying, that's better than nothing. There's just some, I guess, like intentionality about that. So that's kind of one of my baselines, is I really try and look at if some things are cruelty-free and not just self-claimed, but like if they're listed on some of the cruelty-free websites. So yeah, this is what I washed my skin with today. It's really nice. It's pretty creamy. It's a little bit more stripping. Not stripping. It's not stripping. That's not the word that I want to go with. Scratch that. It's not stripping. I just feel like it's a little bit more clarifying and sudsing than I'm used to. I really like a cream cleanser, but it's cool. I maybe wouldn't use this, like I said, every day. There are some cleansers that I could see myself using every day, and it would just be like a really nice, easy cream clean. This feels a little bit more in depth, and when I'm in the shower and I use it, I also use it to clean my ears, because I obsessively clean my ears because of previously having what are those things? Those stretchy things that go in your ears and make them long. Gauges. I previously had gauges, and like, if you've lived the life of piercings, you will know all about like weird piercing smell. So I kind of obsessive I kind of obsessively clean my ears because I hate the idea that they could smell. So yeah, this is what I use. It's been really nice. I've been traveling a lot the last few weeks back and forth between Ottawa and on some work trips. She's been a savior. The next thing that I'm gonna usually do, depending on if I'm still in the bathroom and if it's steamy, like post-shower, I might not need to if there's a lot of moisture in the air, but that's not usually true. I can't really get ahead of the dryness in the winter season. So I'll usually go in with like some sprays. This is just water, but it's filtered water because she bougie. And this is just a reused Osea bottle. And this is in the Nini Organics Rain packaging, which I really enjoyed, but this is actually the Heritage Store Rose Water Facial Mist, I believe, and it's not just the rose water or the rose water with glycerin. I think it's called the Rose Water Toner, actually, and it has hyaluronic acid as well. And honestly, at my most all-out skincare routine, I spray a little bit of both of these between each step. We don't always have energy for that. Very infrequently do we have energy for that, but that is what I like to do, and I find it makes my skin way less oily just because it is getting the moisture that it needs in between steps. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do now. I guess I'll put my hair up, not that it gets my bangs out of my face. I just got this haircut a couple of months ago, and it's like a wolf cut, like a shaggy mullet cut, and I love it, but no, there's no buts. It's just funny when my bangs like get in my eyes and like poke them, and I make weird faces and nobody can really tell why, especially with like the mask on the street. Social anxiety. Okay, so I'm gonna just spray the water first and then go in with a little bit of the rebottled Heritage Store Rose Water Toner. Insert elevator music. So something else to know about me. I mentioned it in the intro, but yeah, my pronouns are she, they, and I self-identify. Self-identify? Why do I need to say self-identify? I'm queer. I don't really know what to say, just that like, it's been such a journey. You know, I'm 29 right now, and it's been a fucking journey to get to here, and I realized for so many years that I was feeling so much shame and so much guilt, and I had just normalized, and I think so many of us just normalize this sense that like we have to feel bad for who we are, we have to change, or like we're not good enough. I think that there's just so much internalized stuff around that, and these last few years working on that has really opened me up to be able to acknowledge, you know, like I felt like I got past those shame guilt pieces, and I found people who really appreciate me for the weird me that I am, and that freed up so much joy and space to actually acknowledge the things that I think I was too overwhelmed or hurt or freaked out to acknowledge just because of what that could mean for me. You know, I didn't feel like I could take anything else on. And I think sometimes it's, not sometimes, that it is fear that kind of makes us small or makes us feel like we can't take on that challenge of what freedom really means and how that could mean representing ourselves in the world. But that's why we're on this journey. Self-expression, right? It's beautiful when you land there, but sometimes it's just getting there. You have to face a lot. I have to face a lot. Maybe you don't. I do. That's my own So the next step is actually one I haven't done before. I've been really looking forward to this. This is the Dieux Deliverance Trinity Serum, which I have the box and I've taken it out of here. Is it a Trinity Serum? Yeah, it says it on the box. And I'm based in Canada, so this doesn't actually ship to Canada, but I recently went to across the border for work, and I was like, ha 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 ha. And I got a bunch of products that normally won't ship or like cost too much to ship with additional duty fees and stuff like that to Canada. So keep an eye out. You'll probably see that sort of like, yeah, I'll probably do like a beauty haul soon and talk through some of the things that I was able to pick up, some of the other new things that have come through. I also have subscriptions to Boxwalla and sometimes Petit Vour, so I find a lot of my favorite products through that. Shout out Boxwalla, you're amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in. I've talked through all the moisture on my face, I'm realizing. I'm gonna go in with just 2 pumps, not even necessarily full pumps since this is the first time trying it, and see how it goes. No smell, really straightforward. It's nice and thin. It kind of came out a milky texture or a milky color, like oat milky color. Oh God. I'm so awkward. I don't know why I'm doing this. Beyond that, I thought it would be fun, and also I think I'm funny. I don't know how everyone else feels, but I think I'm hilarious. So I was like, I could do that. That might be nice. Also to have like no one but someone to talk to. Sounds nice. So yeah, that's really nice. Like I said, no smell, and the serum's really cool. It says that it addresses 3 primary skin concerns: irritation, fine lines, and tone, and that they use a cannabinoid complex. There's obviously other things in it, but I've just heard so many good things, and I follow Charlotte on Instagram, and I just really love how transparent she and her co-founder are, and all the things that they talk about. Yeah, I'm just here for it. I think it's intentionally made, so I've been really looking forward to supporting them. I also have their under eye masks, which do ship to Canada, and I've been loving them. I haven't used them in the last week or two just because, again, travel, but before that I was using them like every day. So now that that's sunken in, I'm going to go in with a little bit more of my filtered water and toner. And the toner really isn't like, I don't know, when I hear the word toner, I think sort of like, how many ums will there be in this video? Who knows? I sort of think of stripping toners, you know, the ones that we used to have when we were teenagers and you put it on and it would like sting your face. But this is actually the rosewater toner from Heritage Store, is really, really moisturizing actually. So keep that in mind. I hear toner and I'm like, no, my skin does not need any more stripping. Y'all, we use retinol, that's good enough. So the next step that I'm gonna go in with is, again, actually a product that I got from a Boxwalla box, and I've been loving it. It's fantastic, and it's called the Time Traveler by Skin Alchemists. Focus. Hey, look, I got it. There's a glare. Whatever. I'll get better at this over time. Anyways, yeah, it's really good. I find it's been really helpful with my skin barrier. Obviously I use retinol and I've been using it for a while, but there are just some times where my skin is not happy and I have to slow down. And this has been really helpful in being able to sort of keep up my retinol routine. So I'm gonna go in, I probably won't just use this much, I'll use a little bit more. But I'm a big fan, even during the day, of layering my skincare. I don't know. Maybe there's this weird, and this has a little bit of a scent. Yeah, this is scented, so just FYI for you sensitive skin folks. Yeah, maybe this is illogical, but part of me feels like if I just put on a couple of different layers, thin layers of a couple of different products, maybe I'll get superpower skincare, you know, all packed with good additives. And I pretty mindfully think about what goes together and how they're meant to be used. You know, if they have actives in them, I'm pretty good at being like, you know, I've done my fair share of Googling, and I'm not a skincare expert by any means, but I have made some mistakes and learned from them, and therefore feel pretty good about picking when to put what on my face and what is okay to go together and what's not. That being said, not perfect, obviously. This is a passion project. The next one I'm gonna go in with, I'm just trying to finish this up actually. It's the CosRX Pure Fit Cica Cream. I don't even know what the front of the bottle is, but as you can see, I'm almost done it. There's just a little bit left. And like I said, I like to layer products. So yeah, this is gonna go on afterwards. CosRX, I have a couple of products from them, but this is the only one that I've got open right now. And I use about that much. And yeah, just go back in over the skincare. This one is really almost like a really hydrating water-based gel cream. At least that's what it feels like. It has a lot of good ingredients in it, as far as I can tell. And CosRX is like, you know, well beloved for that reason. But this, it can sometimes feel kind of tacky or like sticky if you use too much, but as long as you put on a thin layer, it's really nice, it's hydrating, it makes my skin feel really good. I'm not one of those people, like, I used to think I had really oily skin. I'd say I have maybe combo skin now, but I used to have really oily skin, so I don't really mind having more present skincare on my skin. I'd rather look glowy than, you know, sometimes I'll get like dry patches around here, which is just like, and it gets tight, and it's, you know, we're in Canada, it's winter. I would rather have too much and have it like, you know, halfway through the day, like go into the bathroom and wipe a little off my face than not have enough and just feel that horrific sensation on your skin when it just gets tight and cracky and awful. So that's my preference. And honestly, as much as I love makeup, I wear makeup for fun. It used to be really stressful for me and I didn't enjoy doing it at all, and I had to kind of release my idea of what makeup had to look like in order to have fun with it. And part of that was releasing the pressure around when and where I had to wear makeup and just wearing it when I wanted to, when I wanted to feel one particular way, and it didn't have to be feminine. It could be, you know, rocker chick, or not even chick, but like rocker. It could be alternative. It could be creepy, scary, wacky. And that helped me rediscover my joy. But that means that anytime I'm not feeling into it, I do not pressure myself to wear makeup. So on work days and stuff like that, that's a hell no. I am just gonna relax or go out and grab my groceries. So it doesn't really bother me a lot of the time to have excess skincare on my face. The next step is my final step. Actually, that's not true. I'm trying again also to use this up. This is the Versed Camo. There we go. The Versed Vacationized Brightening Eye Gel. So I got this a while ago and I've just been trying to finish it up. God, I feel like there's still so much in here. Jenny, it's a clear gel. You won't be able to see it in the bottle. I can't even use the excuse that I haven't had enough coffee because I've had my one coffee today. So this is just me. It's just how I am. And so then I actually, most of my eye creams, I do them under the eyes. I said do. But I put them over top of my eye as well. I want the skin to be brightened up here. I want it to be nourished. I want it to be happy and useful. So pretty much all my eye creams I bring up over the eye as well because I don't want to neglect that skin. It's just as important. And so then we go in with my last step, and this is obviously my SPF step, which I am unfortunately not the best at always using. I use the excuse of it being winter and have my face being covered with mask and the other third being covered with a toque or a beanie, whatever you want to call it. We call them toques in Canada, or some of us do. And so I'll forget and be like, it's just this section. It's not fine. I need to wear it more. I use the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. Because it's winter time and it's so gloomy here, I'm not as worried about using a ton, but I do still go in with what I think is a good amount. In summertime, I'm a lot more, or even spring when the sun is stronger and we're not as covered up, I'm a lot more particular about how much I use, but does having bangs mean you don't have to wear sunscreen up there? Can someone Google that? Hair's not SPF. I don't like the word lazy, but if I don't have to spend my time on something I don't need to spend my time on, I won't. And so I just let that sink in, and that is my current daytime skincare routine. For nighttime, the only differences really are I layer just a bit more, and maybe 4 times a week I use retinol. So I'll put retinol first. Most of the products stay the same. I use a different eye cream at night that I believe also has retinol by Glow Recipe, and I add a couple more layers to that. But I can show you my nighttime skin routine another time. And keeping in mind, this is kind of like travel on the go skincare. We're moving with the flow of life. And sometimes we can't be bothered. So yeah, that's me, and that's my current skincare routine. If you liked this video where I just talked about myself the whole time, feel free to subscribe. Yeah, there's gonna be more videos in the future, and I think, you know, my hope is that this is gonna be a space where, yeah, I'm gonna be probably talking about myself, but I also hope to be able to talk about some things that we're all going through. And I think we all have a need for community or spaces where we feel seen, and those spaces are where we feel mirrored by others around us. And if talking with me or listening to me talk helps you feel seen and helps you feel like there's a mirror out there in the world for what you're going through, then I've done something right. And if not, then I've done something for me, which we all need to do a little bit more for ourselves in this world. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope this has been fun, and just sending love to you in these tough times.